you popping into our mindfulness space, and I wish you a place of comfort and ease. What would feel so good in this moment? Something drew you into this space of quieting and being. And I love to meditate sitting up. They kind of suggest that as a way to lengthen the spine and be in this place of receiving. Sometimes that word receiving is hard because we're always giving. So I want you to really receive in the next 20, 25 minutes or so of your breath and your place of comfort. And maybe it's laying down today. It might be laying down on a couch. It might be sitting up in a chair. It might be doing this with someone you care about deeply. Yeah, I like that. How can you be at ease in a place to be with yourself? So I'm going to guide us in. I did a little bit of reading today, and I'm going to be sharing some things in a book from my sister called The Circle of Life. And guess where we are? December 1, some of the darker days. And what does that invite us to do? So pay attention to that, because it's pretty okay right where we are right now. So quieting down, settling into stillness, maybe closing eyes softly or soft gaze. And you don't have to look at the computer. There's nothing to see but little old me. And I'd rather have you pay attention to little old you. So what would it even feel like to turn away from your screen? I'm going to use a mudra with my hands today as I sit. And I'm actually going to bring the pointer finger into the crease where my thumb meets my hand. So the pointer finger, thumb, and where my thumb meets my hand. So the thumb is free and the finger's in. So this is a circle. We are energy, and this invites the energy to circle back into me. So if you're curious or want to try that, again, it's just bringing in the intention of being in, but this circles your energy back to you instead of giving it out. So right now, drawing the shoulder blades back, maybe putting the peace fingers to the chin or any fingers to the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And start to connect with your beautiful breath. Soften the rest of the fingers, let them just curl in. Soften the jaw. Soften the skin across the face. And right now, feel the shoulders press down and back slightly. Imagine energy coming out of the top of the head. And with eyes closed, let's expand the breath just a wee bit. So exhale your breath out. Inhale through the nose. And just sigh it out of the mouth. Let's take that breath of kindness again. Inhale. One more time. And if you'd like to do a couple more, do that, or settle into your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep bringing your awareness to the feeling of your breath, filling the body and emptying, the ebb and the flow of energy in and out. Coming back to an acronym from Kripalu: breathe, relax, watch, feel, allow. This place of being. Become awareness of the facial expression you've chosen. Allow it to be, or maybe curl the sides of the lips up just slightly for yourself, no one else. Just notice what that feels like. Float your elbows in toward the rib cage, maybe inviting the spine to feel a little more length. Breathing in, breathing out. So think about that 3-part breath now. As you inhale, feel the belly expand, rib cage expand, and heart center open. And then release from heart center, ribs, and belly deflates. Your Dirga 3-part breath. Maybe noticing the quiet, maybe the whisper of noises in your house, maybe your pets, maybe the sound of the furnace, maybe somebody else in another room. Just notice. Still staying with that 3-part breath. Notice the soft darkness behind your eyelids. How this invitation of darkness invites us to turn in. Maybe an invitation even to slow the breath. Longer pulls in, longer exhales out. If you've chosen that mudra, release that mudra of the fingers, just soften the whole hands. Staying with that 3-part pranayam, in and out. Notice this gift of slowing the breath. What this gives to your body. What this gives to your mind's eye. Stay with your breath and allow yourself to listen to this thought of the invitation of winter. December 1. Winter is a lesson about fine art of loss and growth. It's lesson to clear. There is only one way out of this struggle, and that is this invitation of going into darkness, waiting for the light, and being open to new growth. Right? We're there, waiting for the light and being open to new growth. Those words are by Joan Chittister. In winter, the heartbeat of the land slows to alpha pace. The eye of the season invites in drowsiness. Sleepy limbs of nature fold in upon themselves and rest during the months of inactivity. This is the period of dormancy, when the extravagance of summer becomes a distant memory. And we have those memories. Look on that device called a cell phone, and you'll see how green everything is. And then look up today into the blue sky and see those gray limbs floating in the air. In places where the land and water are frozen, the cold solidity adds to the non-movement and stillness. So what we're cultivating right here, breath by breath, cultivating this stillness into being. Life waits, subdued and hidden in mystery, humbled by the preservation of strength and winter's presence. So maybe noticing how short our light is right now. I became aware of that, sun setting around 4:30, that expanse of darkness into evening. Allow that to slow you down. Feel this sense of being right now in this meditative place of being. And maybe even notice the people hustling and bustling when you run an errand, and allow yourself to be more into this slowing down, awareness that what's in front of you in the moment, the abundance, the choices, the deep, full breaths that are invited in as you walk between errands. Mask off. Keep coming back to this breath. So gently tuck your chin, draw your elbows a little more into the rib cage, and bring your hands together and just rub them together a little bit, just where you are. And again, you don't even have to look, but this is where you can really feel your energy. This is your space. So before we come into another sit, maybe invite yourself to come into a stretch. I like to come into a joint freeing series. I'm going to intertwine my fingers, so if you're laying down, you can do this as well. I'm going to roll through the wrists. I'm just going to have a softness in my eyes, and then just invite my body to stretch and reach. So kind of an organic yawn. I think I said that in dance yesterday. What does that feel like to stretch and reach? I think that was a kindergarten song, bend and reach for the sky. Maybe let the legs unfold. I love the idea of turning in winter. And some of the postures in our yoga classes invite us to do that as well. So what are you called to? What's your pose that has you turn in? And again, I'm just kind of circling my ankles, hugging my knees in, letting the joints release from sitting. So finding a kindness with yourself. Reach and extend. So think about those movements of the spine, maybe side to side. Oh, yeah. And just yawn into it. So organic stretching, reaching, maybe circling back behind you, whether you're in a chair or laying down. You can take your knees side to side. This is your creative license, right? Your home practice. Ooh, so twisting the spine, side to side. And then that cat and cow. So you can do that standing, sitting, however, whatever speaks to you. So arching and opening, rounding forward. Arching and opening. And into that cat stretch, into that cow stretch. So I'm going to take us into a place of turning in. Sometimes that hustle and bustle. And again, we tend to hustle and bustle in December for some reason, and maybe it'll be different this year. So can you invite in a little more quiet and calm into these places of being? And a posture that really comes to me in this is child's pose or laying face down. So it's that invitation of turning in and shutting off anything on the outside. So again, that's physical body and mind connection. So if you're comfortable face down in child's pose, you can do that, or you can do an upright child's pose. So we're going to take a few breaths in this pose. So an upright child's pose, and it might be easier on your joints, is hugging the knees into the heart center and being here. So again, it's still that small ball of energy. If you have a strap or a scarf or a sleeve to put over your eyes, you can do that to close that off. And then the other child's pose is the classical one. The knees can be together or hip distance apart. I like knees a little wider with my big toes together kissing. This gives me room to sink back. And sometimes this is too much on your joints. So again, if you have a pillow or a blanket, you can put that behind you and sit on that, or keep the hips up in the air. But this is the turning in, the allowing of the surrender, to be with the breath. You can place one fist on top of the other. It's nice to take glasses off when you're doing this as well. Just a relaxed messaging to the body. So wherever you are, truly let yourself sink in. Shoulder blades back and down. And expand the breath of the belly. So this might make your breath even more more breath awareness. So close your eyes and soften your gaze. Where can you find the quiet? Where can you bring in this calm? So let's come back to that 3-part Dirga breath. And if you've got that Ujjayi pranayama, by constricting the back of the throat slightly, you can add that whisper of the sound there. Feel the gift and the flow of your breath in and out. Notice if this is a comfortable place for you to be. And if not, invite yourself to mindfully move to a different posture. Just turning in. Let the thoughts float through. Soften the skin across the face. And feel the smooth breath in and out. few more breaths in this place of surrendering into the darkness of the earth. Notice where that breath is flowing to, that physical experience of the breath, whole body. And when you're ready, start to deepen the breath, open up the fingers. Move slowly, just shifting, maybe working through the joints of the hands, the wrists. If you've chosen child's pose, I automatically come into a tabletop of wiggling out that spine a little bit. So we were rounded. You might want to come into an organic cat and cow stretch again. You can foot fold the feet. And let's take that with the breath. So inhale. As you exhale, come into your cat stretch wherever you are, belly to the back, rounding the spine, and inhale. Gaze forward and arch. Draw the squeeze the elbows in if you're on your hands and knees. Exhale and round. Draw the shoulders back. And find that neutral spine and tabletop. Open up the hands wide, spread them out, and just slide one leg back in a runner stretch. This is always such a good one to do to wake up the back body. And other side. Maybe shake the head yes. Maybe shake the head no. So this feeling of winter being a gift, this feeling of a fresh start of a month being a gift. We wonder why we go and buy Christmas lights or holiday lights and string them. We want to be in light. We're attracted to light. And in order to be light, you want to have light. But the darkness, again, to surrender into this growth is the gift as well. So finding a gentle place to sit, maybe cross-legged or on blocks or in your chair. Let's finish off just with a couple of cleansing breaths, drawing the shoulders down, up, around, and down. So we're going to kind of stay on this theme as we keep meeting to find the quiet. So soft palms, open to receive to the sky if it's right for you. So let's find that breath. Really expand the belly on that inhale, rib cage, heart center. And just let it go. So a community breath. Inhale. Maybe a sigh. Another breath. Close eyes and let your natural breath flow again. So again, keeping these words maybe in mind as we start this month of December. Winter is a lesson about the fine art of loss and growth. Its lesson is clear. There is only one way out of the struggle. And that is by going into this darkness, waiting for the light, and being open to new growth. And I really think we're there. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this spoke to your heart. Enjoy this beautiful day, sunshine in Minnesota, and watch for that moon either tonight or tomorrow morning. I wish you all peace and joy. From darkness comes light. Namaste.